Thailand is a dream destination for many, with its pristine beaches, ancient temples, bustling markets, and warm hospitality. But beneath the surface of its well-loved tourist attractions lie some intriguing, unusual, and at times baffling laws that may surprise travelers. These laws highlight the country's deep-rooted cultural values and unique approach to governance. In this video, we'll explore these quirkiest Thai laws, dive into the cultural and historical context behind them, and provide tips to avoid legal trouble. Whether you're planning your first trip to Thailand or you're a seasoned visitor, these insights will help you navigate the country with confidence. It's hard to imagine that driving shirtless could land you in hot water, but in Thailand, it's illegal. The reasoning behind this law is tied to societal norms regarding modesty and public decency. Even though the tropical heat can be unbearable, removing your shirt while driving is considered inappropriate and disrespectful. Thai culture places significant importance on how one presents themselves in public. Appearance reflects not only the individual, but also their respect for societal norms. Driving shirtless may be seen as lazy or improper, especially in a society that values modesty and decorum. Police often enforce this law more strictly in tourist hotspots. Fines can range from 100 to 500 baht, though they're usually on the lower end. Always carry a light, breathable shirt if you're driving or riding a motorcycle. Women are less likely to encounter leniency for violating this law. If fined, ensure the officer is legitimate by asking for their badge number. This law is part of Thailand's broader efforts to maintain order in public spaces. It's why you'll rarely see locals dressed sloppily in public. Yes, Thailand has a law that mandates wearing underwear in public. While enforcement is practically non-existent, this regulation speaks volumes about the cultural importance of propriety. Thai society is deeply influenced by its conservative values. Though modernity has softened some traditions, public decency remains paramount. Laws like this aim to maintain dignity and avoid any behavior that could be perceived as indecent. You're unlikely to be stopped by police over your choice of undergarments, but knowing this law exists underscores how seriously Thais view public decency. If you're packing light, consider hand-washing and rotating undergarments during your trip. While this law might seem humorous, respect for local customs is always advisable. This quirky law gained global attention after it was included in a list of weirdest laws around the world by travel magazines. Thailand's reverence for its monarchy is unmatched. The country's lèse-majesté laws are among the strictest in the world, making it illegal to defame, insult, or threaten the royal family in any form, making disparaging remarks about the king, queen, or heir apparent, sharing or liking social media posts that criticize the monarchy, damaging Thai currency as it bears the king's image. The monarchy is a central pillar of Thai society. The king is seen not only as the head of state, but also as a unifying figure who embodies Thai values. Violations can lead to up to 15 years in prison per offense, making it one of the most severe laws on this list. Avoid discussing the monarchy in public or online. Handle Thai currency with care. If attending cultural or royal events, follow dress codes and etiquette strictly. Thais sing a royal anthem before movies in cinemas, and patrons are expected to stand in respect. In Thailand, the national anthem is played daily at 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. in public places such as markets, train stations, and schools. During this time, people pause their activities to stand still in respect. Why does this law exist? The anthem is a symbol of national unity. Pausing for it is a reminder of shared identity and respect for the country. Now, about enforcement. While penalties for ignoring the anthem are rare, standing still is an unspoken expectation that tourists should follow. Here are some tips for travelers. If you hear the anthem in public, stop and stand respectfully until it ends. Also, avoid walking or talking loudly during this time. And a fun fact for you. This practice was introduced in 1935 and remains a daily ritual for many Thais. Thailand takes cleanliness seriously, especially in urban areas like Bangkok and tourist-heavy spots such as Phuket and Pattaya. Littering is a punishable offense that can result in fines of up to 2,000 baht. Why does this law matter? Tourism brings millions of visitors annually, which constrain Thailand's waste management systems. Strict laws help maintain cleanliness and promote environmental responsibility. But be cautious, as there are scams to watch out for. Some fake officials may use this law to extort money from unsuspecting tourists. Always ask for identification if someone claims to fine you. Here are some tips for tourists. Dispose of waste in designated bins, and carry a reusable bottle and avoid single-use plastics. And here's a fun fact. Bangkok has launched various cleanup campaigns, often involving monks and volunteers, to keep the city's sacred temples and streets pristine. The 1979 Flag Act prohibits individuals from flying foreign flags, except for embassies and official residences. This law underscores Thailand's emphasis on national pride and sovereignty. Culturally, flags are seen as potent symbols of identity. This law ensures that Thailand's flag remains the most prominent and respected in the country. As for penalties, violators can face imprisonment, making this law far stricter than one might expect. Here's what tourists should know. Avoid flying a foreign flag for decorative purposes, even in private spaces. If you're unsure, consult your accommodation about appropriate displays. And a fun fact, Thailand's tricolour flag design was inspired by World War I-era solidarity with allied nations. Gambling in Thailand is, well, heavily restricted. Aside from the national lottery and horse racing, most forms of gambling are illegal. Even possessing a deck of playing cards without government permission is prohibited. The history of these laws dates back to the early 20th century. They were introduced to curb crime and social issues linked to betting. But, modern-day challenges still exist. Illegal gambling dens are out there, but authorities often crack down on them, especially in urban areas. For tourists, here are some tips. Avoid casinos or underground gambling setups. And be cautious when purchasing lottery tickets to ensure they're legitimate. Here's a fun fact. Despite all these restrictions, Thailand's love for gambling persists through underground games and social betting. While public displays of affection aren't explicitly illegal, they're culturally frowned upon. Kissing or hugging in public can make locals uncomfortable, and explicit acts can lead to charges of public obscenity. Thai society places a high value on propriety. While hand-holding is generally acceptable, anything more intimate may be deemed inappropriate. Overly explicit behavior in public can result in fines or, in extreme cases, arrest. So, a bit of advice for couples. Limit affection to private settings and observe how locals interact to gauge what's acceptable. Fun fact: Thailand is nicknamed the Land of Smiles, but maintaining social harmony often means avoiding overt displays of emotion in public. Thailand reserves certain professions exclusively for Thai nationals, such as barbers, tour guides, and architects. This law protects local employment opportunities and cultural industries. While most travelers don't come to work, digital nomads and expats must be cautious about staying within legal employment boundaries. Tips for digital nomads: secure the correct visa before working remotely, and avoid volunteering or working informally, even for short periods. Fun fact: Thailand is becoming increasingly popular for digital nomads, leading to discussions about visa reforms to accommodate remote workers legally. Thailand's recent decriminalization of cannabis has sparked global interest. However, strict regulations govern its use and public consumption remains illegal. Legal highlights: minimum age is 20 years, private use only, public smoking is prohibited, and large quantities can result in trafficking charges. Cannabis cafes have sprung up across cities like Bangkok and Chiang Mai, but tourists should exercise caution and stick to licensed establishments. Fun fact: Thailand's cannabis boom has led to a rise in weed-themed festivals and tourism, but authorities remain vigilant about misuse. Traveling to Thailand offers incredible experiences, But understanding and respecting its laws is essential. By following local regulations and customs, you not only ensure a smooth trip, but also show respect for the Thai way of life. What's your take on these quirky Thai laws? Have you encountered any during your travels? Share your stories in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow travelers, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights into Thailand.